Hey, welcome back. So so many funny things. I uploaded that third errata video to YouTube, of course, and had to wait for it to load. And some of you had a bunch of comments that you made, that I think you wrote them, or they didn't appear in my feed until, after, during the time I was recording this fourth playthrough. And I'm laughing because you guys were asking me not to do a fourth playthrough because you've seen 1942 enough. You want to see the rest of the campaign. So I'm finding it funny. And, thank you as always. I made you go through a fourth one. This one's been a nail biter for sure. A few retcons like we said, but everything is perfectly within the rules. And like I said, this third errata of a mandatory hold order, I think completely would make 1942 a little bit more manageable. Because, if you had this situation right here, let's say it was the second turn of 1942, this guy is pinned, this guy is pinned, and that one's pinned. We would be able to do this, this, and this, right? Automatically. And so then, if I have 4 scouting actions, I can scout this one, I can scout this one. And remember, these guys don't do their hold order until after the scouting occurs, right? Because the Japanese move orders don't happen until later. So I get to do scouting actions on these, which of course are gonna not be attack midway, right? And then I could, even get a third one here and a fourth one, on Japan. I mean, I'm basically going to take 4, I can pin 7 fleets this way. Because these guys aren't attacking midway either, because they're going to stay at their objective. So very, very helpful. It's not always going to work out this sweet, but I think it will actually make it better. And it also means that the fleet that took midway would stay there. Like, I think it was the battleship fleet. Like, he would stay there and do a hold, which I would have been able to annihilate him, because we actually did a lot of damage to him. But you get the gist. Yes, it does make me want to play 1942 one more time. But no, let's keep going. And we're going to see this in action even in 1943. I do think it does make 1942 more manageable. And so, yeah. Kicking myself on that one, but I believe we left off at battles. That's where we're at. They did all their movements, and now we're ready to do battles. And there's only 2 here and midway. So Hawaii never happened. So the good news with me leaving that fleet in Hawaii is now it's going to be available, for the next round. Right, so the first turn in 1943, we're actually going to have a fleet that we can use. So it is nice to divide it up like that. Yes, very, very nice, in fact. So let's do Midway first, because Midway's already here. And I think this one's winnable. I really do. We have Japanese foxholes, we have planes that hopefully can hit, and then of course we have our infantry also in their foxholes. We got to win this the old-fashioned way, but let's see how many turns we get. 8 is a wonderful number. We get 3 turns, and I want a bomb success to inflict an extra hit, and I want an artillery, so I am going to spend a battle plan point for this. And I only have 1 point left. I would love to stop a hit on an airfield. Don't think I'm going to be able to do that. That is always worth considering because 3 turns still may not be enough to do 4 hits. But I think with the bomb success and the infantry ashore, that's good. And then I'm going to do an extra attack there. So that's what I'm going to do. They get 1 battle plan, so let's roll for them, or let's draw for them. And we get, oh my goodness, their infantry gets huge bonuses. That's not good. All right, well, we've been getting lucky so far. So let's do our bombing. They have no anti-air. This is 2 4s, and there's a hit. That's what we needed. We needed 1 hit because now I can use this one. The bomb success inflicts 1 extra hit, and in doing so, we get to kill one of these. So this one is outright killed. The 20th Infantry. Oh gosh, I just knocked stuff on the floor again. Not good. All right, disaster averted. So the good news about the bombers hitting is we took out one of their infantry, so that's 1 less infantry to hit us. Okay, so now we move on to the infantry stage, and they get a +3/+2, and they have a 4, so that would be a 7-2, and an 8 is a wonderful number. So finally, something going our way. Our infantry is ashore, so our artillery will hit them. So we're going to weaken them down to a 2. And now I'm rolling 3 3s, and if we roll well, Midway is ours. And there it is. There's a 1, and everything worked exactly according to plan. And we just wiped out 2 of their infantry. And if neither of those exist in 1943, they're not coming back because they're not on the board at the moment. So we survive. I'm very happy about that. And we take Midway Island and score 1 for the good guys. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives. So even if we don't take this one, we have enough to advance to 1943. So that part is the golden part. Now the next part is Midway Island here. Sorry, not Midway. We need to do Gilbert. Gilbert Island. The part that stinks about this is they're going to get those fortifications and the 2 extra battle plans, which I forgot that one time. So we're not going to forget this time. So let's get some fortifications out. We'll just lay them over here. They have 1 infantry in the foxhole. They have 2 planes on the airfield. This is not going to be an easy battle. However, we have a lot of forces. And their surface fleet 2 consists of 3 ships. And then since they're a surface fleet, they're going to have the destroyer, the Miyoko Hagoro, and the Ashikara Nashi. This is an opportunity to sink 3 more ships before 43. And that'll be nice. Now the problem is in 43, if those exist, then they end up back in the production pool. But it's still nice to knock them out. So we have a battleship. So first time ever, we have a battleship involved. And some cruisers that I'm popping on the board here. And then our carriers, which don't need an escort. And I'm going to send the destroyers up. And then we even have 2 subs to harass them. So that's our situation. Let's see how many turns this is going to be. This is probably going to decide whether I'm spending a battle plan point just to increase the turns. Well, it's 4. That's only 2 turns. So not ideal. So what do I want? I know I need to kill a lot of units. I need 6 points of hits just to kill their infantry. I need 2 points of hits to kill their planes if I hit the airfield. And then if I want to sink some ships, there's some stuff there. So I have the points, so I'm going to do it. There's going to be that for 3. And I do have some planes, so bomb success is an extra hit. And then I'm going to ship surface attack is an extra hit. And then artillery is a hit. So that is currently, I would have to spend 2 battle plans, or 2 support points. And I have leathernecks I'm going to take, because I'm going to have Marines on shore, and that stops a hit. So that's nice. And I don't know if I need anything else, because anything else I add is going to cost me another support point. So I think that's good. So we're going to spend 2 points. So here's 2 points gone. And we should do well. Now, obviously their battle plans are going to muck with us, but we should still do quite well. So we have a fighter here who's really going to be able to absorb some hits. And since we have 2 full-blown carriers, we're going to have a lot of planes to throw at them. And they are going to get 2 extra battle plans on this first round. I'm saying that just to remind myself so I don't forget. And I know I have to decide where my planes are going to go. Or no, I get to draw the battle plans first. So they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 8 troops. So they get 2 battle plans normally. And then they're going to draw 2 more for this first battle. Here's the first one. Carriers attack. I'll take that. Second one. Okay, this one's not good. That helps them and increases their anti-air rolls. Third one. They're going to adjust the battle duration, probably down. That's not good. And then I got a kamikaze, so I'm going to draw again. And first light. So the duration one hurts. It would be really nice to take this objective. So we have 2 turns basically. We're going to increase it by 1 and they're going to decrease it by 1. So 2 turns to get this done. Okay, let's see what we can do. My planes are going all in for their ships. I'm sinking them, baby. I don't care if I take this objective. We qualified to go to 1943. Yeah, we'll lose a point, but I'm sinking those ships. So the planes are going to go after their ships. I would normally say that these 2 are going to go after the land targets. However, well, you know what? I got to be careful. They could actually go after my carriers. I should have put a destroyer to support them. I forgot they do have planes here. And then all bombers roll to 10. So these 2 are considered bombers. So they're going after me here. Yeah, I totally wasn't considering that. That would be disastrous. So I knew that before I decided what I'm doing. So my guys have to stay behind and dogfight. So that actually changes things a bit. I'm nervous now because if I lose my carriers, I'm not going to be happy. So they get a big jump on their anti-air, which I'm not happy about that, but that's how this works. So let's start. First is the dogfight part. So I have 2 5-3s, and I need, it'd be nice if I could roll some 3s here. There's a 2 and a 5, so that's 1 hit and that's 2 hits. So they're both rated a 4. This one only has a C value of 2, so I'm going to kill this one. 751 Kokatai, and damage that one. That's the dogfight part. That was very good. And then we go to the anti-air. So I have a 4-2 here, so I could theoretically finish them off, and I don't. Now they get a +3/+2 on their anti-air, and all their anti-air is 2. So This is a 5-2 times 3. Oh my gosh, that's a hit, and this is 2 hits. So 4 hits on us. So I'm gonna lose both of my torpedo bombers. In fact, I have to, because these have a 1 in the bracket and the other bombers have a 2. So torpedo bombers are gone. That hurts. It's 2 less bombers to roll for, but now we get to roll. And so they get a 1, and thankfully they did not get a 1. So they didn't hit my carrier, and then I get 4 4s. So let's do that. Ooh, that was a good roll. Here's a 1, a 4, and a 2. So that's 3 hits. And then this is a 4th hit. So 4 hits on them is amazing. Bracket-wise, all 3 of these are the same. So I'm going to take out 2 of their cruisers. So 2 cruisers gone. And so after we do that, the bomb runs, then we move to torpedoes. So I have 2 of those. And I hit with a 2. That's an 8 and a 9. Those are misses. Okay, so then we got to do depth charges. They roll 1 die for a 1. Okay, that's a miss. And then we do surface attack. So they only have 1 ship left, so it's a 3. They rolled a 6, so they miss. And now I have 1, 2, 3 4s, 2 2s, and 2 3s. So here's the 2 2s. That's a hit. Here's a 2 3s. That's another hit. And then 3 4s. That's a hit. I need to re-roll this one, and that's a hit. So 4 hits, and then this makes it 5 hits. Okay, this is finally the dice working in our favor. So even though that battle plan stunk, the 5 hits is going to be good. So first things first, these have to absorb 2 of the hits, because that's just how it works. And then this is absorbing the other 2 hits, because these are only a 1. So that's gone. And then here, actually I can choose to take this one out. But the point is I can't hit the destroyer, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to take this guy out for 2 hits. And then 1 airfield. So not able to hit the destroyer. The destroyer has a bracket of 2. So I had to go after all the brackets of 1s first. And then, of course, take out the fortifications. I still think that was an excellent turn. And we're not, well, yeah, we are done. So the infantry are going to land on the beach for them. And then my infantry, since it's a Marine, is going to go straight to the foxhole. And their plane does land. And we move on to the final turn because I adjusted up by 1 and they adjusted down by 1. So, and their stuff goes away. So now they're drawing just two plans. And the 2 plans, I grabbed 3. They have a screening ship, and oh, they add a battalion to the island. So that goes into the foxhole. So we're going to start over again. I'm not going to worry about their bomber, because their bomber only rolls a 1 even if he hits our ship. So I'm going all in. All my planes are going after... we have to go to the ground forces. We can't, this is the last turn. We need to take the objective. I know they have a destroyer left. I would love to sink it, but I need to go after the ground forces. So everything's going after ground, so there's no anti-air this turn. And so I have 2 2s for the Wildcats. Those are both misses. And then I have 4 3s for the dive bombers. And those are all misses. Oh, come on. Oh, hold on. I'm supposed to roll for their bomber. Their bomber would have gone after, their bomber is going to try to hit our carrier. So we got to back up. We have to do anti-air first. So we have a 4-2. That's a 9, so we miss. And then their bomber attacks with a 2, but they needed a 1. So their bomber does not hit us. And I'm going to count all my rolls that were misses. It makes me cry, but I'm going to do that. And then we're going to do the 2 torpedoes. Got 2 each. There's a 2. Oh my gosh, I rolled 2 2s. There it is. So both submarines hit. Whoever commented and said my submarines never do anything. Nah. I know I waited a long time for that. So this destroyer takes 2 hits and is destroyed. So we just sank the entire fleet. And just so, in case you're wondering what happens, this fleet marker, since it's completely sunk, what we do is I put it up in the battalion section. It's supposed to just sit in Japan until it refills with something. So, because the card is empty, right? There's nothing on the card. So, so it's just going to sit in Japan, and then the very moment that the first ship appears there, which is going to happen in 1943, they're going to have new production lines and stuff. So it won't be long, and it'll be back in business. But the good news is every new ship they produce is going to go into that card and not make the other cards more powerful. So sinking is good. And all those ships that we sunk, if they don't have a 1943 version of them, they're permanently out of the game. So that's the part that's really cool. Although I suspect a lot of them do have a 1943 version. Okay, so now that we got through that excitement, let's take this island. So again, 2 2s, 2 3s, and 3 4s. So here's the 2 2s. Nothing. 2 3s. Nothing. 3 4s. 1 hit. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of shooting for 1 hit. So 1 hit on them. Since they have a battalion, that takes the hit, and it becomes like so. I have infantry ashore, so I do another hit to them and kill the battalion. And unfortunately, my marine is going to get 1 attack on them, and that's it. I do hit with the marine, and unfortunately, the marine's going to hit their battalion and injure that, and everybody else stays alive. So the objective stays theirs, but we did put a number on that, and we definitely did a number on their ships. We took out a whole surface fleet, which wasn't super powerful. It only had 3 ships, but that's what you're supposed to do, though. And then these will go into the next turn, and once we go to the next month, it'll end up going here. So that was really good as far as the ship queue goes as well. So I'm just cleaning up the rest of the board. All right, so we didn't take Gilbert Islands. That means those dang fortification tokens and the extra battle plans are going to come out again for them. From a reinforcement perspective, we do roll. I rolled a 2 plus 12 is 14. So 2 of these infantry are coming back. I never like the fact that the very turn you kill them, they come back. But they do. And these go into Japan, and then this plane's going to come back. And yeah, so now we're going to move to 1943. And there's no getting around it, but that's going to take a really long time. I have to upgrade all the pieces again and do all that. So I am going to end the video, and then we'll see you in 43.